this video tutorial, we will provide an in-depth and detailed guide on exporting 3D objects and their corresponding maps from ZBrush for use in our preferred 3D application. When preparing a complex model for use in another program, it's crucial to minimize the level of detail generated in ZBrush. This step ensures the 3D model can be used smoothly without causing significant performance issues, whether in a game or an animation project. It's also important to ensure our 3D object has a proper UV map for future use. To check this, we navigate to the Texture section and select the New from UV Check option, confirming the object is UV mapped. If the object lacks one, we need to create it before proceeding. Let's start the diffuse map. Since our object has been poly-painted in ZBrush, we can easily navigate to the Texture section and then activate the New from Poly-Paint button. To set the resolution of our texture, we go to the UV submenu, where we can choose the preferred resolution, or adjust it using the slider. Furthermore, it is highly recommended to slightly expand the UV edges by 12 pixels along the seams and borders to effectively conceal the color information. Now we activate New from Polypaint, successfully creating our new diffuse map. To export our map, we activate Clone Texture. A unique aspect of ZBrush is that we need to flip the image vertically in the texture palette above before the final export. This is necessary because the software internally applies a vertical rotation to the UVs. Let's proceed to export the map and examine the normal maps. These normal maps are essential for accurately capturing all the polygonal details created at the highest resolution to transfer it to a low poly model. To do this, we navigate to the Normal Map section and activate Create Normal Map. Here's an important note. To properly generate a normal map, we should always remain at the lowest polygonal level. Let's get this task done quickly to ensure everything functions properly. To successfully export the map, we select Clone Texture once more, ensuring that we flip it vertically before the final export. Now let's focus on the Displacement map, which helps us accurately reproduce intricate details on a model while using fewer polygons. Essentially, we transfer details from a high poly model to a low poly one. To achieve this, we navigate to the Displacement Map section. And like the normal map, ensure we are at the lowest polygon level. For the Displacement map, we've already integrated the vertical flip, so there's no need to set it again in the texture palette. It's also highly advisable to enable 32-bit color mode, since this particular setting produces a much wider range of color gradations. This is our Displacement map, and we can clone the image and export it, just as we learned previously. Next, let's take a quick look at the Multimap plugin. This plugin streamlines the manual steps we just performed by allowing us to export all the necessary maps and our object with just a single click. We can find the Multimap plugin in the plugin palette at the top. In this panel, we can select the maps we need. In addition to the options we just learned about, we have a few more, such as Ambient Occlusion and Cavity Map. Similarly, we can adjust both the texture resolution and the map borders here. Then in the sub-item export options, we can define the map-related settings. Once everything is set, we click Create All Maps, which exports them instantly, removing the need for vertical flipping. All that's left now is to export the final model. To do this, we navigate to the lowest polygonal level and select Export from the tool menu. In the next video, we'll explore the GOZ function, which simplifies the process even further.